And hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to another stream. It's been a while, but we are back here. We're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today. And we're going to be checking out the A220-300 from Synaptic. So far, I've done quite a few flights in it. Beautiful airplane, a lot of fun to fly. And overall, I can't wait to see what they bring in the future here. First off, exterior modeling on this thing is just fantastic. I got the dirt cranked up a little bit, so we got some like bug splatters and stuff, a little bit of grime, but it's just gorgeous looking external model. Like especially when you see like the flaps and spoilers and everything up, there's just so much attention to detail on it. It's just absolutely beautiful airplane. But yeah, let's jump up in the flight deck. Let's get flying. We have 2 legs today. We're going up to LaGuardia, and then from LaGuardia, we're going to be heading up to Boston today. First flight should take us about 1 hour 34 minutes. The other one I think is going to be a bit shorter than that. It's a shorter flight going up to Boston from LaGuardia. Going to go ahead and get our flight plan filed here real quick. We're taking 301 Delta Uniform today. Let's sign in here and file flight plan. There we go. Alrighty. And then we can go ahead and jump up into the flight deck here. Alrighty, here's the flight deck of the 220. Very nice airplane. Yeah, overall, very beautiful airplane here. Very modern flight deck. We got side stick. This is a Bombardier, technically. I just rebranded as Airbus from when they took over most of the project here. Beautiful airplane, beautiful cabin as well. It's a 3-2 configuration, kind of like the 717. Delta is currently going to be replacing the 717s with these. We're supposed to get these at my home airport where I work. We're supposed to get these coming in at some point, and they'll be replacing the 717s. They have the same layout, pretty much. Just much more modern, much cleaner, nicer airplane. But, yeah, let's go ahead, let's get this thing powered up. Let's get on our way up to LaGuardia today. Should be a nice flight. So, we're going to come to the EFB, and we'll go ahead and import the flight there. And why is that jumping? Turn engine vibration off. There we go. I went ahead and imported a profile for FS Realistic. Should be fine. No turbulence. Alrighty, yeah, we should be good. Alright. Got the flight plan imported there, ground equipment, we got all that there. We'll go ahead and power up and then we'll start our boarding process. So we're gonna go battery 1, battery 2 on. Takes just a couple seconds here for it to power up. There we go. What we will do here is, let's see. Let's go ahead and go to our checklist here. This airplane, you pretty much just follow the checklist. It's one of those things where it's slightly different than like normal flows. You kind of just run everything with the checklist here. So we do our power on checklist, and then I'm gonna run them as flows because it's a little easier. And then we'll just back it up with the checklist. Come on down, looks good. Overhead's good. We're gonna go seatbelt sign on, emergency exit lights, external power. And then we pretty much just verify that. So everything goes checked. Everything that's a gray box will automatically get detected. Everything with just a black box, you have to manually check. So that's just asking if we're using APU or external power. And we'll go ahead and complete that. And then I'll just wait for the rest of the screens to power on here. It only takes a couple seconds. And then we can go ahead and return that back to the map there. Alright, first thing I like to do is configure our screen. So overlays, VSD, traffic, get all that turned on. And then altitude, ETA, and speeds. From here, I should do the same. Awesome. Let's go ahead and jump down to here. Do our pre-flight checklist. We're just gonna say no. It's not the first flight of the day. It is, but I don't want to do all the check. Airplane documents. Bulletins, yep. Emergency equipment, check. Gear pins, yep. Overhead panel, we're just going to verify everything is set the way it should be. Yep, that looks good. Glare shield, just going to verify all this here. We can go ahead and set our departure, top altitude for departure. It's going to be 4,000. That's good for now. Glare shields checked, displays checked, CAS and info. Actually, AT fog, cockpit doors open, yep. External power and use, yep, that looks good. Altimeters. Let's go ahead and grab our altimeters here. And make sure we got live weather on. Yep. Alright. And altimeters are 299.5. 5. The center one, we can't change that into inches at the moment. The menu doesn't work yet, but at some point we will. So, yep, altimeter, center pedestal, it's good. Center panel and pedestal is good. Side stick, so we're going to go to our flight controls, and we're going to check our side stick. So it's pretty simple. We got this little, here, let me get a little closer to it. This little blue circle there, and we're just going to check full right deflection, full left deflection, and then we're going to check our forward and our pitch axis, and with the pitch we're going all the way to the soft stop. In real life you go soft stop and then hard stop, but unfortunately they don't have, there's no easy way for them to model the hard stops. So we're going to go to our soft stop and our soft stop. So that's a full flight control check there for the side stick, and that was good. We're going to jump back down here. Side stick is good and complete. We'll go ahead and request boarding. We're ready to go for boarding.
Boarding requested.
Alright, we're going to go flight plan. We're going to go flight plan uplink. Send. And while that's pending, let's go ahead and grab our load sheet, import, load aircraft. Alrighty. Got the aircraft loaded. We do not want our pushback tug. Alright, uplink is complete. We're going to go secondary. We'll activate that there, kind of like the Challenger 650. It goes to your second. Flight number today, we are Delta 1404. 1404. Estimated time of departure is 1742. Or excuse me, 1540. That was our estimated arrival there. Alright, alternate today is Philly. Wherever P is, KPHL, Philadelphia. Cruise altitude for that would be flight level 180. There we go, and we can go ahead and execute that. Alright, departure has us still going off of 33 today. So departure, runway 33, it's going to be the SWIPS 3, and then it's going to be the Philly transition. Execute that. Arrival is going to be the Proud 2 arrival. Hertz transition. And we're going to expect a runway 22 approach. Let me check what shall be 22. Okay, we're going to do ILS 22 vectors, execute and execute. Average winds at 284 at 36. 36 knots. ISO deviation is 10. And we'll go ahead and execute that. We'll go winds, wind request.
May I see your boarding pass?
There we go. Performance, let's do this. We're going to call it 270 at 0.75. That's what I've been using recently. Cruise, that can stay. Descent, that can stay. And we're going to change this to 2.4. Otherwise, it's like a pain to slow down. Route. Looks good. Hurts, we can get rid of that discon.
May I see your boarding pass?
And vectors, yep, that looks good. Alrighty. And that is a line. We'll go flight plan, fuel, and we'll go ahead and get these numbers punched in from the EFB.
Hello?
104,540. Uh, 24.4.
Hello.
Packs, we got 95 today. And fuel is 12,450. Execute that. Performance, and we'll go ahead and run our takeoff numbers here.
Good morning.
Sync FMS, sync weather. There we go. On, off, flaps 2, calculate. That looks good. We'll do send to FMS.
Hello.
Alright. Takeoff 2, we'll do a climb, V rate of 1. APR is ARM. Flaps 2, winds and temperature. We're going to say 31. 2707. 7 knots, climb 1. Lead sources are going to be engine off, standard. Complete. That's our numbers there. Send up, invalid speeds. Yep, we'll just ignore that. Alright, that is pretty much our setup there. Pretty easy airplane to get set up and get going.
May I see your boarding pass?
Some nice wing views on this airplane as well.
Welcome on board. Hello. Hello.
Alright, one more thing we need to do actually is pull up the CNS page.
Boarding pass, please.
Exponder Delta 1404. Squawk code is 1641. One, and then we can do a test on that. That run there. Awesome. Okay. Still loading up some bags here. Boarding seems complete though. Let me grab some paper. Alrighty. Let's see here. Bags are loading. We'll go ahead and get that APU on so that we can get some air conditioning. So we just throw it all the way to start. And I know it will start as soon as the door is opened. We'll just wait for that to open and then it should automatically start it. There it is. It's open. And there it goes. Circuit breakers. Lead sensor. Why does that pop out randomly? There we go. We'll pop that back in. I've had that pop out twice. I don't know why. It's not the first time that popped out. Let's throw it back in though. Maybe I'm supposed to wait for the door to open before throwing it over. We'll try that on our next leg and see if it throws the breaker. APU on. There it is. So APU's on. We'll check our electrical. We are drawing amps, so we'll go ahead and get off of external power. And this FMS will, when you're starting up the APU, it throws that FMS off there for a minute. But it's back on now. Ground equipment, we'll go ahead and remove GPU. We're good on just our external. And we get some air conditioning running. Which I think we can see the cabin temps somewhere. Right under air. There we go. I should keep them nice and comfortable in the back. There they are. They just finished up with that. So we'll go ahead and plan our departure here. So we're going off of 3-3 today. So runway 33 climb heading 334 till 546, then track, right turn. So 334 is the departure heading. Let's go ahead and get Toga, TOTO, and then 334 on the heading. 334 there, that is set, and then it's at 546 feet, so we'll go to menu. $546, we'll round it up. 550. It's going to be a right turn, direct Pally. Alright, we got all that powered on there. We're going to get the seatbelt sign on. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves ready for departure. Let's go ahead and get the cockpit door shut. Everything there should be good. We'll go ahead and get that here, push back in departure. That's closing that, and then we can remove chocks. We're done with them. Matter of fact, we are done with the whole EFB, so I'm gonna just power them off. No need to have them running. And this airplane seems to have things with screens being on, so I turn them off just to help with FPS and stuff, even though it's gotten improved quite a bit. Haven't had any issues. Alright, we got V-speeds are all set. Trim is going to be 4.1 today. We'll go ahead and trim 4.1. Let's go ahead and run our before start checklist. Departure briefing is, yep, it's going to be runway 33. Going to climb straight out 546. It's going to be a right turn, direct pollen, and then on track 020 to cross. SWIFT at or above 4,000. We've got our APU on, doors are closed, beacon light is on, park and brake is set. That's our before start checklist. And we're going to push back here onto just the line behind us. Alright, we're going to do quick edit push back on map. There we go. We're going to go ahead and push it out. Let's just do it. Let's do it like easier for the pushback crew. There we go, that'll work. And then we'll go ahead, give our start cue right around there, and save her out.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alrighty, parking brake is release. We're clear to push. Nose right. Steering's off. Alrighty.
Clear to start engine.
Alright, copy. Clear to start engine, turn 2, followed by 1. Let's go ahead and start number 2. These have a pretty long startup time. They do this motor process like the Maxes do. And these are basically the same engines on the 321 Neo for the Pratt & Whitneys. So they have that long spool up time, which is just standard with these engines.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, copy. Stand by. And brakes are set. You're clear to disconnect. We'll catch you later. Let's go ahead and give them that stop here and complete.
Unlocking gear.
This is lowering. Alrighty. Engine's coming up to life real nice. Yeah, very long process for those engines to start.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Yep, ain't no bypass pin, but alrighty.
Clear. Right is clear.
Alright, starting 1. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flaps 2. And get those coming out there. Alrighty, there's that engine now coming up, and 2 ignitions on. Not the quickest when it comes to those engine starts here, but we're getting it done. Alrighty, so that engine's now online. So now what we're going to do is cancel out master caution real quick. Our brakes are RTO, flaps are 2, APU can go to the off, flight controls, pull right, pull left, elevator up, elevator down, rudder right, rudder left, and center. Flight controls are free and correct. We're going to go nose wheel steer, pedal disconnect. Message is gone. Before taxi checklist, APU off. Anti-ices are not required. Flaps 2, flight control check is complete. CAS is checked. As our before taxi checklist is complete. So now we just got taxi. What's CTAF frequency while we're here? That's CTAF, KCHS. 126.0. 1260. Alright. Charleston traffic, Delta 1404 is taxiing runway 33 via Mike Alpha Charlie for 33, Charleston. Alright, gas light on. Brakes are released. There we go. We'll turn right here on Mike. There we go. It's clear. Left clear, right clear. Alright, right turn here. Slow down a bit. There we go. Alrighty, right turn Charlie. Clear left. Clear right. Make that turn here on Charlie. We'll pull up our departure. Late there. Alrighty. Here we are. Air brake on. Light off. Alright. We're gonna arm auto throttle. And we'll go ahead and run our checklist. Before takeoff checklist. AP bleed off. FMS is set. Trim is 4.1. Flaps 2. Anti-ice off. Auto brake RTO. CAS is a check. Thrust is good. Runway 33. Cabin is secure. Let's go. Charleston traffic, Delta 1404 going to be departing by the Swift 3 departure to the north up to 4,000 Charleston. Alright, let's go. And once we get lined up, we'll turn off that pedal steer disconnect. That basically allows you in the simulator to just connect your steering there so that your tiller can be controlled via the rudder, which is nice. Alrighty. Finals clear. 3-3 is a verified. Here we are. Let's pull them up a little bit. And There's 40 and thrust. Check thrust. Airfield live. 80 knots. Check. Thrust is set.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav mode. Make that right turn out. Change. We're gonna go autopilot, and then we'll give ourselves a little correct done and execute nav. We'll go VNav. Go straight on that. And speed check flaps 1. Alrighty, and speed check flaps up. Alright, let's climb and maintain flight level, I think it is 330. Very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and run that after takeoff checklist. CAS is checked. Alright, we're passing 8,000. So I do find the terrain radar does use quite a little bit of FPS. We're gonna try and keep it on. We'll see if we need to turn it off though. Alrighty, 10,000. We're gonna go to get our landing lights. pack sight to the off position, and then I use the no head button for the no portable electronic devices. I just throw that in auto, just lets the flight attendants know that we're passing 10, because we don't really worry about the no passenger, no portable electronic devices here. And then I can go ahead and get rid of our minimum there. There we are. Very nice. Yeah, we might stop. Yeah, we're going to stop using the terrain data. Doesn't make it awful, the FPS, but it does use up some FPS, and this thing is not that well optimized. And we'll go ahead and there we go. Switch over to 22.8. Alrighty, and once we get to 18,000, we're going to go ahead and go to standard barrel, and then I'm going to step away for a minute. Got to switch to laundry. And once we're at 18, we'll also get the seatbelt sign off. Alright, 18,000, we're going to go standard, and then we'll go ahead and get that seatbelt sign turned off here. I'll be back, guys, in 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back, everyone. We are still climbing out here. That's flight level 200. Yeah, some nice wing views there. Sorry, I didn't see your comment there. I had a Volanta open there. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, so the thing at the top of the screen, that's actually using Volanta. So if you download Volanta, and you go into Volanta and you go to settings, and then you go to streaming tools, there's a streaming overlay, and there's a few different options you can pick from. There's, well, only two if you have just the standard version. I have the standard version. See, there's only the two options to pick from, but if you have the other ones, you can do custom themes and stuff. And yeah, just do that, and then it gives you a little URL basically. You take that, you open up OBS, and then just make a like basically like a browser thingy on Adobe. You go to name it, and then you pretty much just paste the link in there, and it gives you the little thing at the top. Yeah, it's really nice to have. You can just turn it on and off and stuff. Works well. Yeah, so I just run that pretty much, and it just it does the trick. Let's see, route, how long till top of descent? We got 1636 is the about 30 minutes, a little bit less, about 29 minutes. Alright guys, we're looking pretty good so far. We're getting close to our star here. Pop it up real quick, have a look at it. 10,000 at Corey at Proud. We're gonna be at, let's see. We're landing runway 22. We're doing the ILS 22. 3,000. We're gonna say 6,000. 6,000 at Proud. Let's do that. Proud. We're gonna say 200 at 6,000. That'll be okay. There we go. Execute that. 2,000. 200 knots, 6,000 feet. Right, getting close to top percent now. Alright, let's go ahead and let's plan our arrival here. Minimums are 212. Okay, 212 is set. And then let's do our performance arrival. Winds are 0, 10 at 8. Temperature is 27. Altimeter 2986. Flaps 4 ref +5. Set that. Alrighty, that is good. It looks like they're arriving 31. Alright, so yeah, they're arriving runway 31 now. So change of arrival runways. Arrival. 31's also a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's do the RNAV GPS. Let's see. Yankee, what's the Yankee one? I think X-Ray is the one that's like the Parkway. Yep. Alright. RNAV X-Ray runway 31. One from execute. There we go. So this is going to be a pretty fun approach here. And then this changes our minimums 2, so we gotta do that there. We gotta redo our arrival, I think, maybe, or nah, we're good on all that. Okay. Right, F31 flight plan. We are gonna do. Let's see. Let's go ahead and set our minimums. On 160 is set. Awesome. Alright guys, we're gonna set our altitude to 3,000 for the descent. We'll go ahead and get them in their seats. Is that fasten seatbelt sign turned on? We're now ready to descend. Real quick, let's do our auto brake landing. We should do FMS, sync weather. This is 29er86. Temperature is 27. Winds are 010 at 8. At 8. Dry. Runway. Yep. Oh, wait a second. Helps if we bring up the landing calculation. Sync FMS. Here we go. We're doing flaps 4 landing, manual, medium auto brakes, reverse, dry, compute. Alright, yeah, we're gonna use medium. What gate are we going to? Let's see. The 1404. We're gonna be gate alpha, correction, gate 82. 82. Okay. All the way down at the end. Alright. GSX. LaGuardia's plan, gate 82. Select from map. Should be down here. 82. Selected. And Delta Airlines. Awesome. And then 18.7. is set. Alright, we're gonna start our descent here shortly. Here we go. Descend via Philadelphia 29er88. Alright. That's our altitude alert. seems like VNAV is not doing any guidance. Flight level 270. Let's do a... I've never had this happen. Let's do direct. We're here. Vertical speed. VNAV. Execute. Vertical path. I'm not sure what it's doing. Let's do vertical speed. There it goes. Now we got some needles. Yeah, that didn't... I've never had VNAV do that before. That's a first. I got those boards out now. I'm gonna be a bit high. There we go. I'll be fine. And then let's put this down. Let's do 240. Let's see if it keeps it going. There we go. We'll bug 19. There we go. Now it's working fine. I don't know why it didn't pick on the VNAV guidance, but it's working now, so that's good. We'll set that back to 3,000. Alrighty, guys. We are coming up on 18 here. Altimeter 29er86 today. Alrighty, 18, 29er86. 29er86 is set. That's Philly right there. Very nice. I think we might lower the, let me see something real quick. I think we're gonna lower that down to 150. Put that at 100. I don't need it cranked all the way up. Or as high as I had it there. This will be fine. Or, I didn't see much of a FPS difference with it where it was. Put that back up. There, it's not like 120. Alrighty. Leveling off here at 10,000. And then I think we're going to keep at 10,000 for a bit. We are out cap. And we can probably just keep the speed up. Why not? No need to descend right now. Let's see. I did that. Alrighty, let's go back to FMS, let the plane slow down, and then we'll start our descent now down to 3,000 for the approach. And then we'll get the landing lights on now, and we'll go ahead and get that back on. Let the flight attendants know we're coming up, about to descend past 10. Let that slow down. How's it going, Dynamic? Dynamic Do? How's it going? We have slowed now, so we'll go ahead and do a direct 3,000 vertical direct, execute. 3,000. Nice, nice, yeah. VatSim network's really, really good. You learn a lot there. Yeah, just keep practicing, you know, just flying point A to point B in the simulator, and then just, like, practice pretending you have ATC and just getting used to, like, just talking the correct way. It's a great hobby, a lot of fun. Just don't pick up any bad habits, especially if you want to do it in real life. It's easy to pick up bad habits on a simulator, especially with talking on the radio. So as long as you, like, do it correctly in a way that, like, benefits, like, you're gonna learn knowledge from it, yeah, it's great. Just be careful with what you learn so that you don't pick up any actual bad habits. We're currently descending out of 9,000 here. Yeah, but definitely watching streams help. It depends though who you're watching. There's people out there that will give some pretty bad, well, demonstrate some pretty bad, like radio communications and stuff. So yeah, it all really depends on who you watch. Yeah, definitely. Alrighty. I got 1187 pulled up. That's our CTAF frequency today. We'll make a 20-mile call. LaGuardia traffic, Delta 1404 is approximately 18 miles to the southwest of the field, coming out of 5,200 for 3,000. Gonna be planning the RNAV X-ray runway 31 from Pouch, LaGuardia. Nice. Nice. Looking good. Alrighty, we're gonna slow down a bit here. We're gonna pop some boards out. We are going to pull that down to, say 200 is a good manual. And we're going to go flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1. Alrighty, we're at flaps 1 here, slowing down still a little bit. Oh, we got New York Center. Let's see, 125-325. New York Center, hello. Delta 1404 is on the RNAV X-ray 31.
Delta 1404, New York Center, wind 020 at 8, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31, clear to land, Delta 1404. And we're going to slow to 180. We're going to get flaps 2, speed check flaps 2. I forgot to enter approach. That's annoying. Let's slow down a bit, and then we might drop the gear a tad early if we need.
2,500.
Alright, we'll be fine. Looks good. Alright, gear down. Landing speed is 134. Alright. Flaps 4. Normal. Before land, checklist, altimeter set, flaps, cabin. Alright, looks good. $134 on the speed. That's ref plus 5. Looks good. Alright, autopilot off, my aircraft.
Delta 1669, cross Marquette, flight level 190.
Alright, minimums, continue. Runway in sight, we're gonna go visual.
Center, lead me realize you are on further play 3512 with you 390.
Frontier flight 3512, New York Center, hello, descend and maintain flight level 270.
Right, crosswind there.
Center maintain 270. Frontier flight 3512.
50, 30, 20, 10.
There it is. 2 in reverse. 2 green. Decel. On those brakes. Alrighty.
Delta 1404, taxi via Gulf Alpha to the ramp, have a good day.
Golf Alpha to the ramp, Delta 1404, see it.
New York Center, English 34 radio.
5 by 5.
Thank you. I'll look at your question here in 1 second. Just gonna get vacated. Oh, gotta get our flaps up. Flaps up. APU over to the on. And we'll join Alpha here. Alright. On Alpha now. Alright, flaps are coming up. Let's see. After landing, flap 0.
Frontier flight 3512, contact Boston Center 134.7, have a good day.
Yeah, don't worry, I didn't get a chance to answer it yet on final, but let me read it here. I have a question. If I'm on final, I get a... Alright, that instructs me to climb / end. But after the clear conflict message, am I still good for a final approach? 2 red, 2 white. Usually if you get an RA on final, it's an automatic just go around. You'll, most of the time, if you get an RA, the way the system works is, if you're lower and you're on final, it's not going to give you an RA into the ground. And I know sometimes they won't even give you a resolution if it's like low to the ground, like you'll just get the traffic. And even if I'm not mistaken, even if you just get a normal traffic, you're supposed to conduct a go around. But yeah, once you respond to an RA, at that point the approach is canceled. You just would execute a go around, and they'll set you up for the next attempt. Alright, auto brakes are off. That looks good. Okay, we are going to be gate 82 today. Basically all the way down. And then we're gonna be, I think that's line Tango's, line 17, it looks like. Yep, line 17 for the entry into the ramp. Here's line 16 and line 17. Here we are. Yeah, usually if you get climb, cross, and climb, not a great day. But yeah, overall, yeah, just do what the airplane says. Wait a second. 40. I don't think we got, okay, yeah, we got 82.
Good evening, New York Center.
Different location, though, in real life.
5 descending flight level 200.
Singapore 25, New York Center, hello.
Wing it.
What is the runway in use?
Singapore 25, I have no further instructions for you at this time.
Copy that.
Delta 1669, cross Biley at 13,000, 13,000. The Allentown altimeter 2988.
Need a little bit more power. 3 feet, 2 feet. Stop. Parking brake is set. APU is on. APU drawing. 1 and 2 are both off. Beacon light off. People sign off. Yeah, so pretty much. Usually you won't ever get climbing, crossing, climb, because you'll never have TCAS give 2 airplanes the same instructions. Yeah, so climb, crossing, climb is just basically the other aircraft also started to climb. So now both climbs are in like a conflict. I've never got climb, crossing, climb. I've only gotten like climb and descend RAs. Yeah, it's rare to see it on VatSim where 2 people get the same RAs. Alright, we got that there. We'll go ahead and get GPU, get our chocks. That on. Kill the APU.
Delta 1669, cross Biley at 13,000, 13,000. The Allentown altimeter 2988.
External power on, slides disarm, flight control check is not required. Alright.
Biley at 13,000, altimeter 2984.
Welcome to New York. Let's see. What was our landing rate like on that flight? Landing rate was 197. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Let's see.
Southwest 4525, New York Center, hello.
Yeah, I've never messed with the multiplayer for Microsoft, other than, like, the VatSim. Is the only stuff I mess with on it. My main sim's X-Plane.
Singapore 25, turn right, heading to...
I kind of use whatever sim, is available for whatever I want to fly. Let's see what our next gate number is, for the departure out of New York to Boston. Let's see, arrivals. I think there should be. New York on a A220. Let's see. Tampa, Dallas. There is the level up in the Zebo mod, which has a really good variant. Yeah, none of the default aircraft on Microsoft are that great. The A330 isn't bad, and the Citation X isn't bad. But, yeah, everything I recommend either using Payware or the, one from, or the freeware, the level up, or the Zebo. I swear there is a New York that is on a 220. Not finding it. Everything's a ERJ. Alright, we're gonna switch to JetBlue, I think. Let's see. JetBlue 818. Alrighty. Let's switch up to JetBlue. JFK to Boston, gate 514.
American 258, New York Center, good afternoon. Runway 27 left, taxi.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's an expensive hobby. Let me find some JetBlue. Where's my... Here we go, JetBlue. Yeah. But I do recommend the Level Up and Zebo 737. They're freeware, and they're great products. Gate 5. Wait, no, that's JFK. We want LaGuardia for the departure. Let's see. Is there a JetBlue New York? JFK. Nashville. New York. Let's see. So this is the Synaptic A220. It's the latest release. It's the newest A220. There was that other one. This is Payware. It's like 60 something bucks. Yeah, I like it. It's very system heavy. You need a pretty solid computer to run it. Just a heads up. There's a lot of FPS issues, but they're working through them, trying to fix it up. I can't find New York on a 220. Not two. Yeah, 220. Let's see. Everything's out of JFK. Trying to find something. Might just need to do a little make-believe here. Nice. Yeah, depends on your hardware. I have a 3080, which is a bit older. Have a Ryzen 5800X, 32 gigs of DDR4. So it runs fine on me. I'm, 2 generations behind on graphics cards, but I have a 12 gig 3080 and it runs good. Yeah, we're gonna do some make-believe here because we'll do Delta 1819. To uniform, there we go. 1819, let's see. Excuse me, 5819. 5819. Alrighty. Gate 98. Gate 98, here we go. Start flight, and I'll be right back, guys. I have to check laundry.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Alright, I'm back. Oh yeah, you should be able to run this probably, no issues. And they're still optimizing it too, so overall it'll improve. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flight plan looked at here. So we're gonna get GSX, operate jetway. Yeah, so this is the Synaptic. Highly recommend it. It's a fun airplane. Call sign, we're gonna be Delta 5819. This is actually Republic, but we're just gonna fly it as Delta mainline. New flight. We'll do 190. Alright. Delta 5819. Parting. LaGuardia arriving. Bosten. A220. 300 pounds. If that's good altitude, we'll call it 19,000 for today. Generate. LaGuardia to Boston. Today's flight time is 35 minutes. So you can technically have multiplayer running. I'm not sure if you're allowed to have it on. I know it does work with it on, because one of my friends did it with the multiplayer thing on. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, or if you're allowed. I know you can use, like, say, intention and stuff with it as well. Not sure how the whole rules work for that. I just fly with just the VatSim traffic, so I have the multiplayer stuff turned off and just VatSim traffic. And you just have to download the model matching. It's the FST something. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Yep, I understand those delays. I work with them quite a bit at the airport. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan filed here. Pre-file. Flight plan is filed. Awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. So, and then I can show you now the A220. So, first off, beautiful cockpit. I've been enjoying this thing. Thing's a lot of fun to fly. Very modern. Got a nice cabin. This is in the 3.2 configuration. We're actually supposed to get these in our home airport soon. They're replacing the 717s we currently get, which will be nice. Get something new. Overhead bins, everything. Nice add-on. I am a ramp agent. My brother's a airline pilot, though. He flies CRJs. Whoops, there that goes. Okay. Yeah. I do fly a bit with my brother. He's also got his CFI and stuff still. I have a student pilot certificate, so we do go up flying occasionally when he has time. Ground equipment, awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and get boarding started. Whoa, there that goes. Nope. Keep on clicking that. Alright, battery 1, battery 2. Let the screens boot up here. Yeah, but delays are quite common. We've been getting a lot last week with all the weather and stuff. Like, weather where we are, and then Chicago's awful with weather, so that always constantly getting hit with something. Alright, power on checklist, ECL, excuse me, not ECLU. ECL, and then I run this as a flow. So these are our hydraulic pumps. We turn 3A, 3B, 2B on, and then I just run here as a flow, seatbelt signs, emergency lights, external power. Yeah, yep, I understand that. New York is pretty chaotic to just get to like a small airport where you can do any sort of flying out of. Because everything up there is just Bravos. 1 second, got a phone call. Whoops, there we go. What kind of sim gear am I using? So I am using a Thrustmaster Airbus. And I have a Logitech throttle quadrant that I'm using for the A220. I also have the Airbus throttle for it. I also have a honeycomb yoke, and then I have a Windwing Orion 2 for DCS and stuff. And that's configured in like the A10 setup with the F15 throttle and the F16 stick. I would recommend going with Wing stuff. Their stuff is better quality. And they have a nice Airbus side stick and stuff as well. Alright, let's go ahead and let's call for clearance.
Hello. Boarding pass, please.
Alright, New York Center 125-325. 125.
May I see your boarding pass?
Three, 2, 5. There we go.
Maintain. TWA 2319, cleared, direct ship, climb and maintain 12,000, 12,000.
12,000, direct ship 2319.
American 258, Corsair.
American 258, climb and maintain, flight level 240.
I maintain flight level 240, American 258.
This way.
Three. Okay, let's go ahead and call for clearance now.
Hey, New York. Hello, Clipper 110.
Clipper 110, New York.
Just reviewing our PDC. Unfortunately, we cannot accept the score 6 because we cannot accept an RNAV departure. We change for JFK 5.
Stand by.
And New York Center Delta 5819 looking for IFR to Boston.
Boarding pass, please.
Southwest 4525, cross Beauty at 1.
Probably gonna get a PDC here. Almost certain. Get that going though.
Good afternoon.
Singapore 25, heavy, turn left heading 060.
Turn left heading 060, Singapore 25 heavy.
Clipper 110 heavy, cleared to Lima, India, Romeo Foxtrot Airport. Kennedy 5 departure. Canarsie climb.
Surprisingly, the FMS on the Airbuses are actually pretty. They're not bad.
Clipper 110 heavy, thank you. Read back right. Delta 1642, wind 05010, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 31 left, 6.
Step time.
Singapore 25 heavy, turn left heading 040.
Turn left heading 040, Singapore 25 heavy.
So this FMS is quite different compared to the Airbuses
1669 cleared.
because it's not. This airplane's not at all an Airbus. It's called an A220. It's an Airbus A220, but it's not all an Airbus here, so this is pretty different. This is more, I'd say it's closer to the A350's FMS system.
TWA 2319, climb and maintain.
Let's see,
flight level 220.
At
220, 2319.
Center, hello, Delta 2677, flight level 360.
Delta 2677, New York Center, hello.
New York Center, Delta 5819.
TBM 3104, Mike Whiskey, runway 34, taxi via Kilo
Let's see.
Lima, the Westchester altimeter 2986.
Taxi 2, hold short 34, Kilo Lima, for Mike Whiskey.
There we go. There's our 8 cars. All right. That's what I was looking for. No, so this is a Bombardier. So this is a Canadian aircraft.
American 451, ready to contact low.
Yeah. So it was taken over by
Turn and maintain 2000, Singapore
Airbus.
25 heavy.
They bought most of the shares. It wasn't selling initially. It was branded as the C series. So this is a BCS3, and it still has that type code for it, and it still certified under a BCS. But then Airbus bought it out, took over the project pretty much, and then just rebranded it as the A220. They have the 300 and the 100. But yeah, it's Canadian. You'll see a lot of similarities with the other aircraft, like CRJs and stuff. It has some similarities in terms of how stuff works. Alternate cruise altitude. We're looking at 14,000. Execute. Alright, departure. Let's read our clearance here. 19,000 clear. Squawk 2310 remarks. Cleared LaGuardia 7 departure. Let's see. LaGuardia 7 departure. Okay. Climb. Expect 19010 minutes after. Departure frequency 125. It is okay. Weather. Runway 4 is our departure runway.
Climb and maintain.
Departure runway 4. We'll execute. Execute. Arrival. We're looking at the Roebuck 3.
Intercept the localizer.
And then it's going to be ILS 4 right, probably.
Delta 1669, wind 010 at 10, gusts 14, runway 34, correction, runway 31, clear to land.
There it is. 4 right. Execute, execute.
November 104, Mike Whiskey, on course departure approved, wind 300 at 6, runway 34.
Temperature, request that. Alright. And then we'll go here. Delta 5819.
25 heavy, 7 miles from Zulab, maintain 2000 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS, runway.
Squawk
right.
is.
Cleared ILS. Approach runway
2310. 2310. Alright.
Delta 1642 cleared, direct merit.
Very direct merit, Delta 1642.
Yeah, this thing uses a lot of VRAM too. I find, so the way Microsoft seems to work is it wants to use as much VRAM as possible. So for me, it's using, when I'm flying this, about 9 gigs. I have 12. My friends that have like 16 gig cards, they will be using like 14. So it seems to always try and spare at least 2 gigs of VRAM. That's at least what I've noticed with it. LaGuardia 7 departure. Okay, let's have a look at this.
Boston Center 134.7. Have a good day.
It is the
Southwest 4525, expect vectors, RNAV X-ray, runway 31 approach, the LaGuardia altimeter 2984.
Vectors, RNAV.
Okay, yeah, that might just be the A380. Have you, is that with the current version of the A380? I know they made it native recently. Is that with the native version? Alright, so 040 to 500 feet, and then 044 to 500 feet. So we'll do that all here in a minute. Once our... Alright, all that is good. Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, is that with the... Make sure you're on the latest version of the fly-by-wire 380. I know they made a native... they updated it to have a native version now. I know it used to be... I know they didn't have a native version, and it was just like a compatible version. 113110. And then 24-1. 134. 7950. Yeah, 380s. It's a big airplane. Takes a bit to learn. All right, we got all that there. Execute performance. Let's run our departure. FMS sync weather. Calculate. Nice landing there. All right, D-rate 1, send to FMS. And then we will do climb, that's fine. We're gonna arm our APR because we're using a D-rate. And then it's gonna be, let's grab some weather information to plug in. 28 degrees, 28 degrees. Winds are 3.6 at 10. Gusting 1.4. We just do that. We're going to be engines off, and set V speeds. Alright. That's all done. We are going to do TO, and then we'll go ahead and put all the info in we need for our departure here. So this is our climb. Climb heading 044 to 500 feet. So we're in bug 044. 5,000 is our departure's top altitude. 5,000. So it's 044 to 500 feet. So we'll go ahead and go tune. Minimums. And we'll bug 500 here. Good. And then at 500, it's going to be right turn. Excuse me, left turn to 040, maintain 5,000. Alright. Yeah, so a good thing when you're doing your departures here, just go ahead and pretty much use your minimums to help remember what altitude you need to start a turn at or stuff. Alright, so we got that all bugged. Everything else is good there. Let's go ahead and I wanted to see, is that circuit breaker? No, it's not. Okay. So I go run. And then we wait for the door to open. And let's see if it pops that breaker like it did in the beginning on the first flight. Alright, that's open. Let's go start. Yep, so at any departures that have like the altitudes, like at this altitude start this turn or do this. The easiest way to do it, because trust me, when you're shooting down that runway and you're taking off, you're not going to remember what altitude to turn at all the time. You'll forget it. So yeah, easiest thing to do is just use your minimums. I am gate, I think 98 it is. Yeah, gate 98. We'll get the seatbelt sign turned on. That APU's at 48%, still powering on there. Trim is 4.5. We get that from right here. For stab trim. Alright, 99, there's 100, APU's on, and then we just verify, so we'll go electrics. Yep, we got good APU, so we'll go external power is off, and let's see if that circuit breaker popped again. No, it did not. Okay. I'm not sure if that's just because I was flicking that thing straight to start, but it does wait for the door to open, so I'm not sure. Remove GPU, and we will go ahead and prepare for pushback. Move chocks, parking brake is set, so we're good there. We'll get the flight deck doors shut. Nice, nice. Haven't been out of LaGuardia before, but I've heard the new renovations have been nice. It used to be not that nice of an airport. Alright, on doors we're waiting on, parking brake is set, so we're good there. think we're just waiting on those.
Bypass pin inserted.
Close that. There we go. Alright, doors are closed. That is our before start checklist complete. Alright, and I think we are good to push. I think push is at our discretion. I don't think we're pushing into a movement area. Let me check. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Just want to make sure we weren't going to push onto a movement area. And we're done with the EFB, so I'm going to just power them off to help with FPS. In this thing. Power off. There we go. Alrighty. We are all set to go. Yeah, we're going to push onto line 18. Let's edit the pushback on the map. Waypoint. Okay, I don't know what it did with those auto waypoints. How do you delete these again? I'll be fine. And then we'll give our start cue over there. And we'll do save or out. Alright. Parking brakes are released. We're clear to push.
The Kennedy altimeter 2985.
2985, we'll expect ILS 31 right. American 27 heavy.
Clear to start engines.
Alright, copy. Clear to start.
134, 4 miles
Start
from
2.
Olney, cross Molney at or above 3000, cleared ILS, runway 27 approach.
Cross Molney at 1000, cleared as runway 27 approach, 164.
Hey, Moxie 34, it looks like you've gone above the localizer there. You can turn right heading 300 to radio intercept. Descend and maintain 3000. Southwest 4525, descend and maintain 7000.
Descend and maintain 7000, Southwest 4535.
Clipper 110 heavy, wind 05010, runway 31.
Yeah, that's a V pilot. Not sure how that's not fixed still, but it does that occasionally. Alright, push is complete. Brakes are set. You're clear to disconnect. Did I even get it to... Okay, yeah, we're good. I need to update GSX again. I feel like I update that thing. Like, I updated it the other day, and it's immediately needing another update.
10 flight level 190, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Unlocking gear. Moxie 134, wind 350 at 4, runway 27, clear to land.
27 clear to land, Moxie 134.
Alright. We're just going to leave that at 0.
Southwest 4525, cleared, direct Pachu, cross Pachu at or above 3000, cleared RNAV extra, runway 31 approach.
Start left engine.
Sorry, what was the altitude at Pachu?
Southwest 4525, cross Pachu at or above 3000.
Clear direct Pachu, cross Pachu at or above 3000, clear for the RNAV Yankee, runway 31, Southwest 4525.
And Southwest 4525, just to verify, RNAV X-ray 31.
Sorry, RNAV X-ray, runway 31, Southwest 4525.
Thank you. American
Alright.
67 Heavy, descend and maintain 900,000.
So these engines have a pretty long spool up time. They do like that motoring thing. Same, I think they're the exact same engines as on the 321 Neo. They have that like long startup.
Copy, thank you. Alpaca 9er Alpha Kilo, expect vectors ILS, runway 31 right approach, the Kennedy altimeter 2985.
Expecting vector ILS 31 right and 2985 Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and set flaps 2. There we are. So we got flaps 2 set.
TWA 2319, leaving my airspace.
Good
New York,
engine start.
offline. Radar
Flight
service
controls.
terminated. Frequency change approved. We'll see you.
Full right. Full left. Goes up. Goes down. Right rudder. Left rudder. Flight control check is complete. Nose wheel steer.
Clipper 110 Heavy, ready
Disconnect.
Climb and maintain 17,000, 17,000.
17,000, Clipper 110.
For taxi, APU off. Anti-ices are off. Flaps 2. Flight control check is complete. CAS is checked. Alright. Turn that off. We're gonna go up
2902 New York
to
Center, runway
Zulu.
31 left, taxi via right on Alpha, Juliet, Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
So we're gonna come up to the line. Did he
November 104 Mike
publish? No,
Whiskey,
he didn't.
contact
Alright.
Boston Center, 134.7. We'll see you.
134.7, thanks for the help today for Mike Whiskey.
Clipper 110 Heavy, turn left, heading 050.
050 to the left, Clipper 110 Heavy.
Alright,
American 67 Heavy, descend and
let's
maintain.
go ahead and
5,000.
give them a call.
5,000 American 67 Heavy.
And New York Center, Delta 5818 is on line 18 short of Zulu Ray for taxi.
November 818 Juliet Hotel, wind 35010, Gus 17, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff. Southwest 4525, wind 301010, Gus 14, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31 clear to land, Southwest 4525.
Alpaca 9er Alpha Kilo, turn right, heading 180, descend and maintain 16,000, 16,000.
Right turn 180 degrees and descend 16,000 Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Delta 5819, runway 4, taxi via left on Bravo.
Hey, runway 4, left on Bravo, Delta 5819.
New York Center, Delta 215, 13,700, descending across Basie at 8,000.
Left on Bravo.
Delta 215, New York Center, hello, expect vectors, RNAV X-ray, runway 31 approach, the LaGuardia altimeter 2984. 2984, expect RNAV X-ray 31, Delta 215. American 67 Heavy, flight heading 240, vector for final.
Heading 240, American 67 Heavy.
Clipper 110 Heavy, cleared, direct to Merritt.
Direct Merit now, Clipper 110 Heavy.
United 721, cross paid at flight level 190.
Alrighty, we're looking good here. On our way. I love the sound of these engines. Got that nice howl.
Number 818 Juliet Hotel, passing through 1,100 for 2,500.
November 818 Juliet Hotel, ready to contact, climb and maintain 10,000 to 10,000.
10,000, 818 Juliet Hotel.
Alpha 9 Alpha Kilo, descend and maintain 13,000, 13,000.
8,000. Down to 13,000, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Air Canada 712, New York Center, expect vectors, RNAV X-ray, runway through and approach, the LaGuardia altimeter 2985.
Okay, we'll expect RNAV. Sorry, can you say again for Air Canada 712?
RNAV X-ray, runway 31 approach.
RNAV X-ray 31 for Air Canada 712, thank you.
American 67 Heavy, descend and maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000, American 67 Heavy.
Alright, and then Bravo goes all the way around.
November 818 Juliet Hotel,
So just
clear
follow
direct gale.
this.
Direct Gale 818 Juliet Hotel.
Clipper 110 Heavy, contact Boston Center 134.7, will see you.
34-7, Clipper 110 Heavy, get it. New York Center, good day. JetBlue 831 information Alpha 12,000 for base gate 8.
JetBlue 831, New York Center, hello, expect vectors, RNAV X-ray, runway 31 approach, the LaGuardia altimeter 2984.
2984, expect vectors, RNAV X-ray 31, JetBlue 831.
Bravo.
Delta 2677, leaving my airspace, Washington Center is closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, we'll see you. JetBlue 639, leaving my airspace, Washington Center is closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, we'll see you.
New York Southwest 4575, can we get on runway 22?
Southwest 4525, just continue down the runway and then you can make the left turn.
Roger.
American 67, turn right heading 280, intercept the localizer.
Right turn 280, into the localizer, American 67 Heavy.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, descend and maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
November 818 Juliet Hotel, climb and maintain 17,000, 17,000.
17,000, citation 8 Juliet Hotel.
JetBlue 2902, wind 05010, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff. American 67 Heavy, 5 miles from Maldi, maintain 2,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS, runway 31 right approach.
Okay, 2,000 still established on localizer, cleared ILS, mount to runway at 31 right approach, American 67 Heavy.
Southwest 4525, cleared off tree 1 at LaGuardia.
Delta 215, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 215.
Southwest 4525, we can turn left at Gulf. And, I'm sorry, Southwest 4525, taxi to parking via Gulf Alpha, cross runway 4, have a good day.
Alright.
Golf Alpha, cross runway.
Before takeoff, AP bleed, FMS, trims, flaps, yep, any auto brake.
19, runway 4, line up and wait, traffic crosses downfield.
Lamp of weight for Delta 5819.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, turn left, heading 130.
Left heading 130 degrees, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Gas thrust, runway
Air Canada
confirmed,
712,
cabin
maintain
is
4,000.
secure.
4,000 for Air Canada 712. And Central Air Canada 712, you still want me going 310?
Canada 712, you can maintain 250 knots, please.
250, thank you.
American 67, wind 01010, got 14, runway 31 right, cleared land.
31 right, clear land, American 790.
November 818, Julie Hotel, climb and maintain, flight level 300.
Up to 300, 818, Julie Hotel. New York Center, JetBlue 2902, passenger 1,800.
JetBlue 2902, radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000.
Arm auto throttle. There we go.
United 721, cross Raki at 13,000, 13,000, the Allentown altimeter 2988.
Raki 130-2988, United 721.
Delta 215, fly heading 180.
Heading 180, Delta 215.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, turn left heading 040, descend and maintain 2,000.
Left 040 degrees and descend to altitude 2,000 feet, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Alright, are we gonna get cleared?
Last aircraft calling New York, all I heard was good old-fashioned static. Air Canada 712, fly heading 200, vector for final.
200, vector for final, Air Canada 712.
And center Delta 5819.
Delta 5819, wind 01010, gust 14, runway 45 for takeoff.
Runway 45 takeoff, Delta 5819. Alrighty, let's do it. Brakes are held. Spooling it up. Brakes released. Check thrust.
Delta 215, turn right, heading 200.
Thrust set. A knots and one hold.
JetBlue 831, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, JetBlue 831.
Rotate. Positive rate. You're up.
JetBlue 2902, turn left, heading 040, climb and maintain 17,000. JetBlue 2902, turn left, heading 040, climb and maintain 17,000.
040, JetBlue 2902.
And JetBlue 2902, climb and maintain 17,000.
I maintain 17,000.
Delta 215, turn right, heading 270.
Heading 270, Delta 215.
Air Canada 712, turn right heading 220.
220, Air Canada 712.
JetBlue A31, fly heading 200, vector for final.
Heading 200, JetBlue A31.
2500.
In center, Delta 5819, passing 2,600.
Delta 5819, ready to contact, fly your present heading, climb and maintain 10,000, 10,000.
Present heading up to 10,000, Delta 5819.
United 721, cross suite at 7,000, the Newark altimeter 2985.
Suite 7000, 2985, United 721.
Popped up.
American 67 Heavy, welcome to New York. Taxi via Bravo to the ramp. Have a good day.
Taxi Bravo to the ramp, American 7 Heavy, welcome.
Alpaca Alpha 9er, sorry. Alpaca 9er Alpha Kilo, 9 miles from Zoo Labs, turn left heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS, runway 31 right approach.
Left, I'm sorry, it's confirmed heading again, turn left.
Heading 340.
Left heading 340 degrees, maintain 2000, once established on the localizer. Sorry, correction, until it's established on the localizer, Alpaca 9 Kilo.
Delta 5819 cleared direct merit, climb and maintain 17,000.
Direct merit, climb maintain 17,000, Delta 5819.
Yes, affirmative.
Alright, appreciate it. Sorry about that. Just
No worries.
You have good Embraer Moxie 543 for checking in level 370 over Mike Alpha Echo Victor Echo.
Is that Moxie 842?
Nice, nice. Whoops, I meant to hit.
543 near
There we go.
Critical. JetBlue 831, turn right heading at 230.
heading 230, JetBlue 831.
Air Canada 712, turn right heading 280.
280, Air Canada 712.
Moxie 842, New York Center, hello. Cross Deer Park at flight level 190.
Cross Deer Park at level 190,
Alright, 10,000.
United 1695, New York Center, hello.
There we go.
Delta 5819, contact Boston Center 134.7.
34-7, Delta 5819, see ya.
Delta 215, turn left heading 220, descend and maintain 3000. 220, 3000, Delta 215. Alpaca 9er Alpha Kilo, wind.
Expect the ILS runway 5 approach.
Expect the ILS runway 5. Thank you.
And Boston Center, hello, Delta 5819, direct merit, climbing 17,000.
Delta 5819, Boston Center, climb and maintain 19, flight level 190.
Climb maintain flight level 190, Delta 5819.
JetBlue 455, Cleveland, Washington Center is offline, rate of service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, JetBlue 455, go.
JetBlue 275, contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32 for JetBlue 275, we'll see ya.
JetBlue 5265, contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32, JetBlue 5265, thank you for your service.
Boston Center, Canadian Express 608, just coming up on Vigdu 320.
Canadian Express 608, Boston Center, your radar contact squawk 7363.
Express 608, say again the squawk?
7363, 7363.
You were garbled. I heard 7673. Confirm.
7363, 7363.
608.
Boston Center, Lufthansa 400, Echo flight over 400.
Lufthansa 400, Echo Boston Center, radar contact squawk 1304.
Squawk 1304, Lufthansa 400, Echo.
JetBlue 507, cross straight at and maintain flight level 240.
Cross straight at 240 for JetBlue 507.
Lufthansa 400, Echo requesting 10-minute leave to watch the eclipse.
Lufthansa 400, Echo, sorry, I missed that. Are you looking to step out of the cockpit?
Yes, please.
That's approved. Let me know when you're back.
Will do, thank you very much.
American 152, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 210.
Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 210, American 152.
Actually, I should have given that a little better. American 152, cross Nelly at and maintain flight level 210.
Cross Nelly, at or maintain 210.
Alright, we're gonna start punching in our Boston stuff. Alright, temperature is 28. Winds are 150 at 11. 2978. That's 4 RF plus 5. That speeds. Complete. Huh. Yeah, I've also never been to Boston Airport. Or I may have. I don't know. Maybe I've been there. Don't think so.
Attention aircraft, Boston Center will be closed in 30 minutes.
Nice, nice. Alright, we're gonna do auto brakes. I think we can get away fine with auto brakes low. Are we landing 4 right or 4? Yeah, 4 right. Let's get our minimum set. 218, conditional though. Yeah, 218. Because the R1's without a glide slope. We'll round up to 220.
Good afternoon, Boston Center, Pilot Club 142, 10,000, climbing 14,000 on the SOX 7.
Pilot 142, Pilot Club 142, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain, flight level 240.
Climb maintain 24, Pilot Club 142, thanks.
Hey, seatbelt signs are on. Let's see.
Delta 5819, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, the Providence altimeter 2980.
Alright, descend by the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right. We'll expect altimeter 2980, Delta 5819.
Central is 10-400, echoes back.
Thank you.
No, I have not. What airport is that? XNA? No, have not been there. Arrival. Descent checklist. FMS is set. Minimums are set. Auto brakes.
JetBlue 507, cross Charlie 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 at and maintain 2000 and 250 knots. The Long Island altimeter 29.
We're gonna do low. Auto brakes low. CAS is checked. Arrival briefing. We're shooting the ILS 4 right approach. Minimums are gonna be 218. We're gonna be doing the approach from Gashi.
Tango Golf, contact New York Center 125.32. Good day.
Contact New York 125.32, speed at 7 Tango.
And that's gonna be at 6,000.
Delta 2842, contact Boston approach 133.0.
Over approach 33, nothing, Delta 2842, see ya.
Delta 5819, contact Boston approach 133.0. Good day.
330 Delta 5819. See ya. Nope. Just trying to hit that stupid restriction there. Let's not do that, airplane. Boston approach, hello, Delta 5819 is flight level 190. Gonna be descending by the Roebuck 3. We got information November.
Delta 5819 Boston approach, thanks for November. Expect ILS 4 right approach.
Alright, we'll expect ILS 4 right, approach Delta 5819. Try and get that back on. Yeah, probably should have deleted that weird restriction it was trying to do.
Delta 2511.
Clear for takeoff, Delta 2511.
Alright, we got VPath now. Awesome. Hey, we are descending via the arrival.
JetBlue 1807, you're supposed to go Charlie Mike, not a problem. Take the next left kilo and hold to the 4 left.
Alright, we'll hold that 4 left, and sorry about that. We actually took a wrong turn, we just noticed last minute.
No worries, and short of 4 left, contact tower, they just opened 128.8.
Alright, 128.8 for...
We're gonna have that preloaded now that we know. We're gonna put that in our recall.
Delta 5819 at Go, she cleared ILS 4 right approach.
At Go, she cleared ILS 4 right approach, Delta 5819.
Delta 2511, radar contact, say altitude.
Delta 2511 is at 1,000 feet.
Delta 2511, thanks, climb and maintain 14,000.
Climb and maintain 14,000, Delta 2511.
There we go. Alright, so we are cleared the ILS now.
Attention, our aircraft on the ground at Boston. Boston Tower is now open 128.8.
Nice descent going on. Did you leave one of your cargo doors or cabin door open? We're going to slow down to 220 knots now, so that we can do that a bit earlier.
Delta 2511, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Departure JetBlue 1807, climbing through 12000, climbing via DC3.
JetBlue 1807, Boston departure, contact, climb maintain 14000.
14000, JetBlue 1807.
Awesome. Let's see. 220 knots. Yeah, you got some good weather, and you do have thunderstorms in vicinity, but yeah, you have some pretty solid weather there. That return. I got a 210 knot restriction here in a minute. Already got some needles already. They are automatically tuned up. Easiest way you could replace your... I think you can just replace your destination with the new arrival, or you can do a route 2 and you make a second flight plan.
Delta 5819, maintain 180 knots or better until melt.
Alright, maintain 180 knots or better till melt. Flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1.
JetBlue 1807, contact center 134.7, good day.
134.7, JetBlue 1807.
2842, descend maintain 3000.
3000, Delta 2842.
I glad so captured. Alright, we got localizer and glide slope captured. If we have to go mist, it's gonna be 3000. We'll bug or go around altitude. Flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2. Don't judge it too hard. I'm still trying to figure out how to land this thing well. I adjusted my curves a bit. I think I had too much of a curve on the pitch axis. It was making it a bit difficult.
Boston departure, very good afternoon. JetBlue 897, climbing through 2000.
JetBlue 897, Boston departure, contact, climb maintain 14000.
14000, JetBlue 897.
Delta 5819, tower 128.8, good day.
Over tower 28.8 for Delta 5819 CO. Boston Tower, Delta 5819, ILS 48.
2500. Delta 5819, Boston Tower 11408, runway 4 right, clear to land.
4 right, clear to land, Delta 5819. Gear down. Speed check, flaps 3. Come on, slow down. Hard to get this thing slowed down. It's a very slippery airplane. It likes to stay fast. Nope, one. There we go. 139. Alright, speed check, flaps 4. I should get some nice drag in and slow us down. We're going to be gate Alpha 8. Whoops. Nope. Right, my aircraft. Stable. We're a dot low, correcting VatSim.
300.
There it is. Woo, we're gonna be high now.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Got a tailwind.
Boston Tower, Delta 2842 ILS 04 right.
50.
Delta 2842, Boston Tower, you're approximately 6 miles in trail of an Airbus 220, company traffic, runway 4 right, clear to land.
4 right, clear to land. We
Got that strong tailwind. Gotta just set that down. That will make it continue to float. Our brakes off. Make sure your drivers are up to date. Sounds like could be a GPU driver.
5819, taxi Romeo, November, cross 4 left, hold short, 15 left.
Alright, right, no, sorry, can you repeat that again? Sorry about that.
Sure, continue taxi Romeo, November, cross 4 left, hold short, 15 left.
Thank you, Romeo, November, cross 4 left, hold short 15 left, Delta 5819.
Boston Tower, good afternoon. That's 2141 Alpha 6, crest course and start.
Delta 2141, push into the ramp. Delta ramp is at your discretion. Call from spot 7, ready for taxi.
Roger, we'll call from spot 7, ready to taxi. That's 2141.
Yeah, a bit on the harder side. We had that tailwind, and I ended up getting a tad bit high. It corrected it, but then I didn't want to float halfway down the runway, so I was like, I'm going to just put it down. It worked out. Let's see if that pops the circuit breaker if I do that.
Delta 5819, continue taxi on November, cross 15 left, hold short 15 right.
Alright, cross runway 15 left, continue on November, hold short of 15 right for Delta 5819. And we're going to be gate Alpha 8 for Delta 5819.
Roger, thanks. Delta 2842, continue taxi Yankee, join 33 right, cross 4 left.
Continue taxi Yankee, join 32 right, cross 4 left, Delta 2842.
5819, taxi the ramp via November Bravo Echo, cross runway 15 right.
Hey, to the ramp by November Bravo Echo, cross 15 right, Delta 5819.
Delta 2842, follow company traffic, taxi the ramp via November Bravo Echo, cross runway 15 right.
We'll follow the company November Bravo Echo, we'll cross 15 right, Delta 2042, thanks.
And there's gonna be a right turn Echo here. Here's Echo. There's Alpha 8. Taxi light off.
LaGuardia 2141, we're short of spot 7 with November, ready to taxi.
Delta 2141, runway 9er, taxi via Kilo Mike, cross 4 left.
Kilo Mike, cross 4 left of 2141.
Thank you, thank you. Got the park and brake set. Appreciate it. Yep, we did that. I thought we did. After landing, yep, flaps up. We did that. Shutdown checklist. Nose wheel steering is off. With that pedal disconnect as well. Left and right engine. So we got APU is on. %. Awesome. Right and left engine are off. APU is on. Slides are disarmed. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon light off. Flight control check is not required, and we'll complete it. And we'll operate. What do you mean I parked a bit too far? You told me perfect parking. Please tell me this jet bridge is actually going to reach. We're about to find out, I guess. Alright. Get the cabin door open. There we go. Kinda got Nick. Don't really know what's with that jet bridge. We'll just say we put an adapter down. Alright, well, there we are. Welcome to Boston. We're going to go ahead and start our deboarding process. Very nice flight we've had. 2 good flights. Yeah. A lot of 220s here. Got a Airbus there. Another 220. Quite a few Airbus 220s around. What do you mean? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this thing's doing now. But alright. I think we're gonna go ahead and end this off here. It was a great flight. And yeah. Yeah, you enjoy your day as well. Dynamic. Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you for tuning on in. And yeah, I hope the rest of your journey with VatSim flying and stuff when it comes time goes well. And it was great to have you on the stream today. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this off here. Hope everybody has a great rest of their day, great rest of your week, and we'll catch everybody